lot of guys. Oh, I was about to say, isn't there one on the right side? He's behind a barrier. I want to get rid of that. So... Oh, his guards specifically. What do they look like? Just regular dudes, right? Okay, so the spin one is something that I'll just have to... It'll just happen slowly. And I'll have to keep in mind to stay on spin when I come through the executive sector. What the hell was that? Also, it seems like restarting hasn't worked as well as I hope. She's still doing that run and stop thing. Nice. Charge surge. Kill his charge, that's fine. They kamikaze detonate, we understand that well. What does that mean? Specifics not found, you are approved for action. Pierce, spear, puncture the invaders. Easy go peasy. What will you do when he does not awake? You surge coil firecracker against your enemy. What does this one mean? Well, I don't want to construct mods when I'm waiting on new weapon forms. And no other missions, right? Or nothing that I need to stay up here for. This one, I can't do that, right? Oh, when did that get there? do my best. Right, but I can't go that way, so there's no point. Oh wait, I didn't even talk to Emily afterwards, see if she had anything new to say. Especially about Polaris.
Hi, Jesse.
Wow, there's a lot of new stuff actually.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be? But he's usually in his office in research or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve.
I was about to say she sounded pissed about that.
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. That's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought of a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. Yet one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water. It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work here?
Is that what we read about before? One of the correspondence things talking about a shark?
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before, and studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
I wonder how they, like, what their rules are for experiments to keep them ethical, or if they really worry about that sort of thing just because of the nature of their, like, what they research.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
Well, I'm just thinking about the door for Alan's writing room. That's not really... That one, at least, I don't think is a... Well, I was gonna say it's not a parallel universe, but we know from the second game that Alan is kind of in a time loop. So, you know, if Jessie went through that door, like if she was ever able to, there's no guarantee that she would end up in the, like, present loop. She could end up in a past loop. But meanwhile, another one is going on.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What? I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just, wow. I mean, this blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
Sounds like there was another alert going on.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
Does it show up here? Same guys. No, I'm not gonna bother with y'all.
You know where...
I think the door that I'm most interested in the not oldest house, Ocean View Motel, is the research parapsychology. Is the upright triangle the white triangle? Since it's like the exact opposite of our symbol. So is that like a enemy of the board or something, or like the complete opposite of them? That's the one, like, people were thinking that the one that looked like a C was related to Control 2, but that's the one that I would have thought was more related, unless we learn a bit more about it in this game, but I don't remember that.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Which means there will be a lot of lore. I love lore. Also, what was... No. I was trying to find... Oh, this one. Maybe this is talking about Darling's experiment with the shark. I love how wide open this place is. It feels like very pretty in a way. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so those ones we can't throw things at, but the ones that are like bombs, we can. Let's see him down there. Snipers? Oops. Oh, Jesus. Whoa, what the hell? All the health stuff is over there. Sheesh. I need some better defense or something. Okay, let's start from the top. Now that I can explore in peace. How far up? Darling's office, parapsychology, dimensional research. I'll actually check the shelter first, and then we'll go up to Darling's office. Emergency call summary. ID AWE 18. Event date June 17th, 1993. Event location not available. Event summary. A possible AWE in which an unarmed individual experienced transcorporeality via a phone line. Event is notably similar to AWE redacted, which redacted. Event response. Event is believed to have been caused by redacted, and as a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent redacted. And it's all blacked out. His sniper. Bureau snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance, using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. His snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarters combat, and his snipers are well aware of how to use it. And this one,
Welcome to
I don't
the research
think
sector
there's
of the
going to be much
Federal
more.
Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more to that. Oh my goodness. Plant complaint. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit? I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where do these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into. Dr. Lewis. Previous researchers? They got snatched while they were in a meeting. Oops. Synchronicity. Penned by Dr. Theodore Ashe, head of research, by authority of not applicable. Glimpses to the Paranatural, Synchronicity and the Unseen Connections. Introduction. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to file redacted full report. So when he says Carl Jung, I'm guessing he's referring to the idea of the collective unconscious, which is, goes back to those archetypes and how there are just some things that humans instinctively understand, I think. But this seems it seems like synchronicity seems like a branch off of that thinking. Just with this random bit of yellow. Oh, I guess it's just a feature of this area. I wonder if we even can go to Darling's office, because it might be locked behind story. Jesus. This map is huge. Dimensional research. I'm sorry. No, I don't think I should be going there.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the hadron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding.
It won't be
We're
quick or
making more.
painless.
I've been fielding
So you can see he's so beaten down. He's so,
HRAs.
like,
What are they for?
his appearance is so messy compared to every other video.
And what's the deal with the headroom resonance?
Astral Plane Counter Essay, compiled by Emily Pope, by order of nobody. Alternative perspective, objects of power and their astral connections. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share direct connection to the redacted, the board, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I am allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the redacted, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very redacted of objects, such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the redacted, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the redacted? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director, or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the redacted is a natural fact and not something more redacted? Yeah, that makes sense. Because I wasn't assuming other objects of power. Like, my assumption was only that the service weapon and the hotline were related to the board, but no other things were. Like, other things are related to the astral plane, probably, but not specifically the board. Like the slide projector that Jesse was talking about, that goes to a bunch of different places, and she said they met Polaris, but they didn't meet the board. Unless the board was sending stuff after them.
Despite what you may have heard,
I have no idea what this is.
we're not tracking your movements.
Oh no!
Conversations while you're
So, yeses were all smiley faces, nos were all
do that regardless
a frowny face.
you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got it.
Resonance theory, powered by Dr. Casper Darling. Utilization of paranatural elements, resonance, confidential. Resonance is there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. What if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opened the door to a redacted, I've called redacted. The redacted emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomenon? AWEs, altered items, objects of power. Do they share a common redacted that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Refer to file redacted for full report. So I'm guessing here he's talking about Polaris, because I believe she's here in the oldest house somewhere, I think, and he has been corresponding with her. And opening the door could be he could be talking about Jesse and Dylan using the slide projector to open the door to Polaris so she can enter our world.
Got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA...
Darling, budget request. To Casper Darling from A. Lewis. Subject, parakinesiology budget. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague, Dr. Harrington, has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. He's kissing some ass.
It'll be, quick and painless.
Astral plane, compiled by Darling. The astral plane and objects of power. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle, determined by Jungian archetypes in the collective subconscious, would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the redacted in the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. Refer to file 632-6498 for full report. Oh, I am so sorry. I don't even think I bumped the desk. I just whoosh, just a little bit of air fluttered past. Ugh. No, I didn't mean to. Please leave me alone. I am trying to explore. Oh, so this is probably a more direct path to Marshall, but it's blocked off for whatever reason. What is this? Looks kind of like a giant sextant, but don't they also have like a magnifying part on the top? This is like a globe, right? So these are 2 navigational tools, maybe? For who among us has touched the foundations of this world and deemed them solid? Dr. Theodore Ashe, the previous head of research. I don't think there was anything else on this floor. I was just there. Oops. Oh shit, I need energy. This guy is so annoying. Hang on, please. Just give me a second. I wonder if maybe the shotgun grip would work better. I'm scared to go back here because I don't want to come back out and then they spawn again. I just want to look around in peace. me see. Oh, it already has a damage mod. Because I feeling like the spin one wasn't doing as much damage as I would like it to. Threshold utility, compiled by Casper Darling. Thresholds have always been sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by redacted, we never know what new discoveries it will provide to the Bureau, but we must always seize these opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. The quarry brought black rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but if the mold has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go in fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. Refer to file 594-1284 for full report. So the mold wasn't always a thing. Here, it just showed up one day. And whatever is going on that way. I can't step on this, right? Oh. Maybe I can't get on the yellow parts. I'm wondering, do I have enough health around to try this out in case I fuck up? I could go down that way, but I just want to finish looking around this area first.